All big things come from small beginnings. The seed of every habit is a single tiny decision.
Wow, isn't the tagline so beautiful? Personally, I think it's a great way to start and, open the podcast since it resonates with how we want our 2022 to happen.
Yeah, I agree with you, Carol. And speaking of motivated and productive self, this has also something to do with our topic of success is the product of our daily habits that we will be discussing for today.
But wait, hold on. Why don't we introduce ourselves muna? Okay, I'll start. Hi, this is Lael Saguinsin, and hoping you to become a Lasallian leader who knows that a careless or impassionate word can create unjustified attention. Reserve is a quality that fuels us to think, speak, and act with moderation, discretion, and modesty.
Ako si Karen Limos and I want to be a person for others. And in this podcast, I want to highlight how our topic can help those who are struggling or having a hard time seeing the fruition of their efforts towards their goals.
And lastly, hi, this is Torregosa, and I will help you to bring out the best version of yourself because I want to be in a service where I can show my compassion to those who are in great need.
Right before we move to the main topic, let's do a kamustahan session muna. So, guys, how did you spend your holiday break and what is your year's resolution for this year?
Ako muna, I don't really enjoy my holiday break that much kasi I have a lot of sick during the holiday. Pero I'm still grateful na uh, hanggang ngayon I'm still alive. And my New Year resolution for 2022 is I want to be a more productive. I want to step up kasi I'm in college na and I want to build my system and habits so I could be more productive when it comes to doing my task.
So yun, kamusta kayo?
Pila.
Haba
Wait.
ng break natin, no?
Yeah. I think it's
So,
1 month and 1 week.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So ako naman, yun nga, ito yung pinakamahabang Christmas break para sa akin, na.
Same.
Yun, na-spend ko yung time ko with my family, ganun. Pero ang downside lang, yun nga, marami nagkasakit. So, ang New Year's resolution ko siguro, maging productive and, yun nga, maging healthy. Kasi, yun nga, madami nagkasakit. Tapos, naubusan pa ng mga gamot. Kayo ba? Naubusan ba kayo ng gamot?
Yeah.
Lalo na paracetamol.
Yeah. Ikaw, Carol, kumusta ka naman?
So for me naman, I think na-enjoy ko naman yung holiday break ko since I got to spend a lot of time with my family. Pero nitong January, since ang haba ng break and the cases were rising, ang dami-dami din nagkasakit. I think sobrang nagkasakit din ako kaya nasira yung mga binibuild ko na habits. Ang hirap mag-pick up where you left.
Agree.
So, my New Year's resolution is to be healthy. So, to be healthy, to do more and to be more. So, I think that's what I want to do this year. So, ayun lang. Looks like na-enjoy naman natin our holiday somehow, especially with the
Yeah.
current situation. So, can we start? Let's start, shall we?
Yeah,
With
sure,
the first
sure.
question. Okay. So, question number 1, what is your goal as a student and how do you perceive success?
I'll go first. Siguro as a student, my goal is just to simply graduate. And I apply the Lasallian core value here of spirit of faith. Because whenever I feel his presence, I never feel alone or lonely, especially when I encounter so many difficulties. Like actually, first week of studying accountancy, I cried so much kasi hindi pala siya ganun kadali. And actually, there's like a huge gap
Really?
between my course kasi I took Hume Strande. So like, most of the terms in accounting is I'm not familiar with. So that's why I prayed so hard if I should continue it pa ba. And suddenly, I feel the urge of continuing it. Kasi I found out na DLSU has the highest rate pala in accounting. Like, siguro minimum of 10 lang yung di nakakapasa. Kaya I realized na baka it's worth taking a risk naman in this school. So that's how my faith in God leads me. It leads me to a realization na I should continue accountancy despite the difficulties I may encounter.
That's great. Ako naman, siguro, ang goal ko as a student, siguro, lahat naman tayo siguro, as a student, ang goal natin is makatapos, right? Di ba?
Yeah.
And para sa akin, para ma-perceive yung success, kailangan talaga natin ng motivation. Kasi siguro lahat naman tayo na dumating sa punto na unmotivated na tayo, wala na tayong gana kasi sa sobrang stress natin sa school. Then, ayun, kaya importante talaga yung mental health ngayon. Then, ayun, motivation talaga. Yun yung nagpapa-drive.
Agree.
How about you, Carol?
So, for me naman, yung current goals ko right now are to pass my subjects, be part of the Dean's Lister, and aside from that, actually, gusto kong mas maging involved pa sa Lasallian community, which I think is on the works na rin. And for me, yung perception ko ng success, I think I can call myself successful if kahit anong situation may anong tawag dito pag once I learn something from a situation, then I'm able to apply it into another situation just to better myself up. I think that's success for me. And ayun lang naman yung sa akin. So I think we're done with the first questions, and we've talked about our current goals. So why not let's talk about our current habits. So what are your current habits right now that are perceived to contribute to the success that you are aiming for?
Ako naman, ang habit ko, siguro sa akin lang to, or siguro pwede nyo rin itry. Siguro ang habit ko is silence. Yung parang gusto ko kasi sa kwarto lang, then ako lang mag-isa. Then para makapag-isip ako. Ganun niya. Para halimbawa sa success, ang goal natin is matapos natin yung task natin. So, magulo kasi sa labas eh. So, marami pumapasok sa isip natin. Siguro, yun nga, ang para sa akin yung habit ko is siguro meditation. Kasi di ba pag nagme-meditate tayo, mas malalim tayo makapag-isip and makakapag-relax tayo. Siguro dun nagko-connect yung sa isa sa mga 12 virtues of Lasallian leader is yung silent talaga. So, how about you guys?
Wow, so nagme-meditate pala sila. I think that's a good habit. For me naman, yung current habits ko, nagre-rely sila more on like a daily basis, like starting my day early so I have more time to do my tasks and work than rest afterwards. I think over the past few months since school started, I made studying at least 3 hours or maybe 2 hours a day outside of the class hours a habit. So in line with that naman, habit ko rin is to do what makes me happy every single day just to keep myself in check and mentally stable. So ayun, these habits are just a few of the many that I have. How about you, Shin?
Ako, siguro presently, I'm keeping myself busy. Kasi, like, ngayon, I have like a small business, like yung crochet flower. Kasi whenever I feel like,
Wow!
yeah, like, yon. I feel like whenever I feel like I'm busy, I don't want to take a rest anymore. Kasi, kaya that's one of the habit that I'm doing. So I could finish my task earlier. Also, through the way I connect myself to others then. Kasi whenever I see people na being discriminated or like financial incapable, like yung mga nakikita mo sa mga streets, ganun, parang that's where I realized na I want to strive so hard to achieve my goal so I could serve those kind of people in the future. So, ayun lang. That's my habits.
I think Shin's answer really resonates with how, Saint John Baptist de La Salle did back in his days.
Yeah.
Like he really wanted to help out the children in
Right.
having education, more access to education. So So that's a nice answer, by the way. So moving on, since we already mentioned our current habits, let me ask if do you agree that success is a continuous build up of our daily habits? I think I should go first, Dito. So I just want to highlight our quote by James Clear that says, "Success is the product of daily habits, not once in a lifetime transformation." So to answer that question, I agree na yung success is a continuous build-up of our daily habits. This is actually evident rin with St. John Baptist de La Salle, who in pursuit for zeal for service, he focused with how his lifestyle on a daily basis affects his goals. So similar to him, we, regardless of our goals, we should be more aware on what we do every day to achieve what we truly want in the future. So in my case, I think studying is a part of my daily habit since I want to be a successful student. I take time and insert effort every day to achieve my goals. So yeah, I think I to answer that I agree na success is a continuous build up of our daily habits. How about you, Chin?
Ako, yes. It's 100% agree. And kaya let's take example, like, if you have a quiz tomorrow, then hindi ka nag-review ngayon, what outcome will you expect? Diba, syempre the worst one. Kasi basically, what we do in the present has an effect in the future. So there's this a quote then na I've read on the internet na today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. So that's why we have a mission. Now we need to do what we need to do in the present if we want to build the success that we are acquiring. And we are given by God a gift of intelligence, and our mission to is to utilize and use it properly, not just for our own success but for others as well. How about you, Lael?
So, ako naman, katulad ng sinabi nyo, agree din ako. And siguro yung success, yun nga, wala namang biglaan na success, di ba? Parang kailangan mo muna mag-build up daily. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng isang araw lang
Agree.
success ka na agad, di ba? So, yun nga, yung sinabi din ni Chin kanina na katulad na parang hindi ka nag-review ngayon, then bukas may quiz ka. So, what do you expect, di ba? So, bagsak ka. So, para sa akin, siguro, hindi mo na kailangan mag-review kung alam mo na kung lagi kang active sa klase or laging laging napag-aralan mo na siya through daily, ganun.
Yeah.
So, kapag yun nga. So, kahit na hindi ka mag-review, kapag nag-exam na, alam mo na siya kasi na dumaan ka na sa step every step na kung paano mo makuha yung gusto mong, yung parang answer, ganun. So, yun nga, yung quote na nabasa ko, isa sa mga favorite na song na kay Drake, started from the bottom, now I'm here. Siguro alam niyo naman yun.
Yeah.
So, ayun. So, yun talaga, success, every step by step talaga siya. Hindi lang siya biglaan.
So ayan, it's nice to hear that we have the same viewpoints about this. So moving on, sadly it's our last question na. What do you think about the statement, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, which are your habits? Chin?
That's a beautiful statement, actually. For me, I think goals are just a way to determine what system need to be put in place. We are in charge of controlling our ways, so therefore, we are only the one who can define success. We must have the desire to serve our own self to achieve continuous self-improvement and habits, which is essential upon building up our system.
So, nung nabasa ko yung statement, so, ang ganda ng statement na to kasi,
Yeah.
yung goal, para sa akin, yung goal mo, parang parang hindi mo, oo nga, may goal ka niya, pero yung habit mo, hindi naman para ma-achieve yung goal mo. So, wala rin, di ba? So, dapat, para ma-achieve yung goal mo, talagang dapat babaguhin mo yung habit mo. Yeah. How about you,
Yeah.
Carol?
I totally agree with what you said. Kasi syempre, if you want to, kunyari, for example, you want to have financial freedom in the future. Pero ngayon, ang ginagawa mo naman is gastos ka ng gastos. You do not spend wisely. So how
Yeah,
will
true.
you attain that goal without doing or without being active in the present and without checking up on yourself whether you're capable or suitable to become that person that you want to be? Actually, meron rin yung sa libro ni James Clear na Atomic Habits, sinabi niya rin doon na your goal is your desired outcome and your system is the collection of daily habits that will get you there. So I agree with that statement because, as you guys mentioned, success does not happen overnight. It will take effort, which will differ from one person to another, depending on their consistency with their habits. So that's a very nice statement. So I think we can move on to, you know, can you guys tell something to the audience about how important it is to have habits and take action as a Lasallian student? So I think I can start. Um, you know, the only thing that I can tell my fellow Lasallian students is sobrang dali na ma-discourage when we don't see the progress yet of our efforts. Ganun rin ba kayo guys, yung biglang nawawalan ng
Yeah.
motivation?
Agree ako dyan.
Kasi for me, ganun. Lalo na pag nagwo-workout, oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's very like easy to be discouraged. So, as a zealous Lasallian, it is important to be patient with the progress and keep trusting yourself that you will get there no matter what. How about you, Chin?
Ako naman, I've learned na di ba, our Lasayan is built upon by three fundamental values, and we must incorporate it into our very core, like yung spirit of faith, silver service, and communion in mission. Kasi these are the three central values that are relevant to our formation as a student, especially in our self-development, wherein it helps us, to build a system that can contribute to our goal and possibly make us become a more productive individual.
Yeah. So ako naman, no, agree din ako sa sinabi niyong dalawa. Pero yun yan, balikan ko yung sinabi ni Carol kanina. And then, yung sinabi niyang sobrang hirap na pag hindi mo pa nakikita yung progress. Ganun, sobrang parang nakaka-unmotivate. Then, yun, doon pumapasok yung reserve and patience talaga. Yung parang sa reserve, yung actions, then yung sa patience, yung paghihintay mo. So, kailangan mo talaga maghintay kahit na hindi mo nakikita yung progress na yun. So, pero alam mo naman sa sarili mo na worth it siya gawin. So, ganun. Talagang may hihintay mo siya kahit na gano'ng kahirap, gano'ng katagal. Then, ayun. Mas okay na yung may ginagawa kaysa sa wala kang ginagawa, di ba? Para, lahat naman siguro ganun. Para, ayun nga, kahit na hindi mo makita yung progress pa, pero in the future, yun, may kita mo rin siya and magiging worth it siya.
Yeah, actually, ang secret lang naman is to be consistent sa habits mo.
Yeah, true.
Like if you want to
Consistent
be
talaga.
healthy, eat healthy foods daily. So you have to be consistent with your habits to attain what you want to be. So before we end, let me read this amazing quote. Your actions reveal how badly you want something. If you keep saying something is a priority but you never act on it, then you don't really want it. It's time to have an honest conversation with yourself. Your actions reveal your true motivations. Once again, thank you so much for listening. I am Carol Limos.
And I'm Chin.
And I am Lael Saguinsin. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.